Lion team roar this afternoon.
And off Vertiflor, and then Astorita, Johnston, Cross, and Cassidy Rushlow has been a bright sunshine for Penn State mentality.
It sounds crazy to say that you're really just get to shine normally in new Pretty Leah for an exciting event.
She set her career high at the Big Fives with a 9.7.
And you'll notice there that she hopped back, her hips were a little closed. When we say opening hips, we mean that you need to almost feel like you're in her. And just that small hop on the landing, but
Nelligan, as we move back over to the beam, Maddie Johnston, just a freshman from Boyd's, Maryland.
I would call that a quick stick. She didn't salute. I'll show right back up there, finishing as if nothing happened. A superb beam routine. What a she walked on to this Ohio State team, always dreaming of competing for Ohio State. And here she is, not only in the lineup, she's anchoring the floor for this team.
We can tell you that
going nuts for this. What an exciting moment. She's
a good start for the Buckeyes. We'll have Ohio State on the vault, Nebraska on the bars.
Very nicely done. Normally gymnasts do 3 passes, but if you can get all of the difficulty you need into the 2 passes, then hey, do 2 passes. Beat jump into a standing layout, sizable wobble there. Looked like she didn't get her legs up enough. A step, not the routine she or the team was looking for, but she's a pretty event. She makes it look very nice. Pretty 1.5 to front layout, just floated in the air. She knows the timing and how to use the floor to her advantage. There. She had some trouble on the balance beam. A little bummed about that routine. She repeated the aerial, which means, now, like Sarah Shire-Brown said, she's a former international elite gymnast. She is excellently trained, knows how to do the big skills, technique is great. They're just trying to get her used to this whole college gymnastics thing. And once she feels comfortable, you'll be seeing some big skills from Maddie. Her feet didn't move, very controlled jump to the lunge. That was a nice job for her.
Last up for Maryland on the beam, Audrey Barber, the senior.
What a phenomenal vault for Maddie Johnston.
Of course, the elevated stage here at the PAV for the Big Ten.
Fabulous moment for Caitlin Higgins. She just looks, this is exciting. There's still 2 rotations of gymnastics. There's a lot to come here. Specifically, we're gonna see Rutgers on beam, their best on those landings out of her double saltos, and that's gonna cost her, unfortunately.
Love that shot of the deep breath right before that last pass.
Back on the landing, you can hardly see it, but she's excited. I love when Reese McClure gets pumped up. It's one of my favorite things.
I could hear crystal clear from Brett Nelligan.
Little bit of a funky landing there. The rest was pristine, hoping that she gets rewarded. They can get it together, get the high flying vaults, and nail those landings to put them 3rd in the conference. And she's coming off that big 9.9 on beam, feeling confident in a potentially quite uncomfortable situation being back here. And she is so far proven to be ready to take on the challenge. Bounced out of the skill, having to step across her body and out of bounds. That's 2 out of bounds deductions for Nebraska. Very unusual for this team to have to count those extra tenths.
Yeah, if you remember, we had Nebraska earlier on the Big Ten Network, and this was a point of concern for Heather Brink, because I mentioned last year they were so...
What this Nebraska team is about, and that sometimes it happens. You lose people as they graduate, and front layout, and that was the best pass of the 3 in that routine.
The Buckeyes, as you see the Buckeyes getting ready. Rutgers, they're 9th in the conference. Zoe Schweitzer, the sophomore from Pittsburgh, season and career high, a 9.85 for Ohio State.
And Zoe is the type of Caitlin Higgins. She didn't need to take that step there. I know she didn't want to, but that's a great leadoff vault. The leadoff performer told us that she is so good at handling pressure, and that's exactly what we saw. A stick, no questions asked. Excellent work by Maddie Johnston, number 2 on bars for Penn State.
And high fives from all the Penn State coaches and all the gymnasts for the Nittany Lions. Sarah Brown's
a sizable step there. Unfortunately, she needs more, but still, nice job.
I like that you reminded us he had high praise for Ava when we talked
directly to her teammates. She's thrilled. That's a lot of hard work put in to nail that vault.
Last to go for Penn State on the board, the Buckeyes, followed by Ella Hodges.
Back handspring layout, made sure to stay tight in her core as she landed to minimize deductions. That was a really nice double twist there for Emma. She embodied being a beam beast.
Yeah, just a freshman to decide what teams went where, but Michigan.
We're not the routine that she wanted, unfortunately, but
Nebraska and Ohio.